I'm Wayne Hudson.
And I'm Jeremy Tillman.
Here we are with another coaching tip for the Christ life. You know, Coach Tillman, last time we talked about God speaking and how God speaks and specific ways that God speaks to us. My question to you today is, how do I know when it's God? How do I get to the point that I recognize the voice of God over all the other voices that are screaming at me today? How do I know when God is speaking to me? How do I recognize His voice? What do you think on that?
Well, there's a lot of voices that can easily
That's right.
be spoken in our life as we look at the stuff that's out there in our world and the way that the world speaks and just people, just the chatter that's around us. It's easy for us, if we're not careful, to listen to the chatter, to listen to the world, to listen to social media, to listen to all of these different ways that we can be spoken into. But the way that we truly hear God speak to us is through that personal relationship with Him.
That's right.
And it's a process. I would say it's a process, and it's a process of spiritual growth. It's a process of us spending time with Jesus. And the more time that we spend with Jesus, the easier it is for us to be able to recognize Him speaking to us. And then He's always gonna speak to us in line with His Word.
That's right.
And so we've got to always bring it back to the Word. If we think that God is speaking to us, we're going to always bring it back, and it's going to line up with His Word.
Always.
And I would say, first and foremost, that it's through us spending time with Jesus is how we know that He's speaking to us. Right. And that's how we're able to filter it.
Right. I begin to recognize His voice more clear the more I spend time with Him. It becomes more and more recognizable. I was thinking back to coaching days, and I know you'll remember this, that, man, you're in the gym's full, man, people screaming, and yelling and carrying on, and the action's going on, but when you call out your players, or when you speak to them from the bench, even in the midst of all the noise, they recognize your voice. They recognize my voice because of the amount of time we had spent together, and they had heard that voice over and over and over again. It's the same way with God.
That's right.
It's the exact same thing. So we encourage you, go spend time with Jesus. Spend time in His Word. Learn to discern the voice of God. And as Coach Tillman said, that's a process. As we grow in this journey with Jesus, we'll begin to recognize the voice of God. There's a lot of voices. There's a lot of things that we can listen to. But spend time with Jesus and learn to recognize the voice of God. God still speaks. He still speaks to His people. He still speaks to me. And He wants me to recognize His voice through spending time with Him. Go have a blessed day and let Jesus be Jesus in you today.